Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
For early break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break, Bill Busch out today, back on Monday. You guys can always call or text us, 402-464-5685. Watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Hour 1 is sponsored by our good friends at Gaina Trucking. Check out their current job openings at GainaTrucking.com. How are you today, Sip?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
No
fine.
Bill. No Bill. Interesting.
It's okay. Bill is he's busy this.
He'll be back Monday.
Took a little drive. He's back Monday.
Took a little drive.
He's back on Monday.
You've been busy. I've been busy. I bought 3 pairs of jeans yesterday. I hadn't bought jeans in probably, I told you 5 years. It might have been longer than that.
Perfectly still.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, the jeans I
had. You can go like 10 years, 5 years without buying a new thing. That's a good sign that you're been the same weight class. And everything.
Oh yeah, and that hasn't been a problem.
That's good.
But yeah, it's fun. I went to Kohl's. I don't do stuff like that. Was
that a good recommendation by us?
Yes,
me and Schaefer.
It was excellent.
Okay,
Levi's were on sale. I bought some Sonomas and some Levi's. I went through a lot. It took me 90 minutes probably to do it.
Okay.
Because you got to change it. You got to do a lot of changing. But it wasn't busy at Kohl's on a Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock.
I wouldn't assume it would be.
No,
I mean, I guess.
Wasn't.
Well, I mean, it is back to school, but that's already happened. The kids are already back in school, so they're not shopping on a Thursday afternoon, and they're in school. So maybe last Thursday could have been a zoo at Kohl's.
Yeah.
And I went to Target. I told you guys 2 days ago. That was an absolute disaster. That was a mess. That was a mistake. Really? I went to Target to get Terrell Farley some items for his birthday: Mountain Dew, some jerky, and a bag of candy.
Right across the street.
Yes, and I had to wait in the line for like 20 minutes. I said, "This is not even worth it." But for Farley, I will do this.
Really?
There were so many college kids there, just getting their stuff ready for school, getting their, getting their food, getting their different items they didn't bring from home. It was an absolute madhouse of both college students with their parents and then college students with just other college students.
20-minute wait.
It was horrible.
Significant.
Bill would have lost his mind because he hates self-checkout. Mm-hmm. Well, there was probably about 5 self-checkout machines. There was a line of at least 80 people for that. I mean, it went way back. And then they had about 4 or 5 actual lines that were being used.
Man.
And those also had long lines. And I opted for the line that somebody was checking out. So Bill would have been proud of me in that instance of not going to self-checkout and waiting for hours in that line.
Oh man.
But
I've never been in a department store where there was something like that going
because
on.
You would have left. You would have walked in and said, "Nope, try it again tomorrow, and we'll do that again."
I might have left. You're right.
And I think I wish I would have, but I had to get Farley something because I felt like I owed him a happy birthday gift, and I got him something. So I'm happy I did.
We got some fabulous coffee cake from Lincoln Northeast.
We do. It's still here. It's still tasty. And before we get to actual idle chit chat, you know what time it is, Sip? It's a Friday.
No, it's not.
It is a Friday.
Oh, boy.
It's time for the mailbag. 464. Not mailbag. What am I saying? It's time for the roll call. Make my words right. Not mailbag.
We could do the mailbag.
It is time for the roll call. If you are out there and listening, tell us your name, your age, where you're listening from right now. 402-464-5685. Let's fire it up, Sip. Here we go. Vern from Fishers, Indiana is with us this morning. We've got Tom in Alliance. Now my computer has frozen on me, so the texts aren't being a waterfall right now. Give me a second to get them back going here.
I like Alliance and Vern's with us a lot.
We'll go to the YouTube stream here real quick. YouTube. Yes, just computer's being slow. This is where's morning. He's not here. He's on the road. He'll be here Monday.
some business.
He'll be here, but
Personal otherwise.
this is a wonderful time where the machine, the computer, is freezing on me at this moment.
The roll call
The roll call is at
is in jeopardy.
It's at a crawl because I can't read the text right now.
The roll crawl.
The roll crawl. Well, here it's trying to load now. That's fine. We know we have Vern and Fishers, Indiana, tuning in.
And Tom and Alliance.
I did see that in Tom and Alliance. I saw Nyla and Seward before it crashed on me here.
Okay,
It's
Nyla's
coming
with
back.
us. Thank you,
We're
Nyla.
almost here. It's loading.
Thank you for being
Loading.
with us.
Yes. Sip and
Yep.
Tuning
Jake
in.
in South Lincoln, Sip in North Lincoln.
That's right. This is a wonderful time.
North Lincoln, Sip.
North Lincoln Sip.
What's the update over there?
Okay, we got Bolt. Bolt is on his way to work in Springfield, Nebraska, age 56.
So he's Bill's friend, right?
Yep. Active duty Husker in Washington, D.C. with us this morning.
Thank you
Husker
for your
Army.
service.
John in Cortland with us today. Wet Blanket is with us. Chubby Rhino. Pecan Pie with us. Crowbait is with us. Guilt Nerd is in the house from Giltner. We have Rubber Duck from LinkedIn. We have Kirk from Georgia with us this morning.
Nice.
We have Lemonhead. We have Big Bird with us. Kevin in Lincoln is on the line. We've got Axel Thunder, not Collins, with us today.
Okay.
And once again, it has frozen on me. So
Wow.
I will continue to get more of these as they come through, as the line does not freeze on me. But that's something I can't control at this point.
Well, we got lots to talk about. We're going to talk about quarterbacks. We're going to have Derek Baum back in.
We are going to have that. Yeah.
I'm going to help everybody age gracefully if they want to. We're going to talk about Deion, which was an
We are
interesting.
talking Dion.
Deion Sanders.
Prime time.
Interesting occurrence at the Colorado Buffaloes practice yesterday or whenever it was,
That's right.
maybe the day before.
Okay.
Interesting occurrence all the same. That I don't know. The season's upon us. If you haven't noticed,
It is here. Yeah, I've noticed. We are now 13 days. If you can keep math, on top of your head, 13 days away from kickoff in Minneapolis, 7 p.m. kickoff. We will. By the way, you will not be there, but we'll have a pregame show for that at Warhorse Casino.
You're kidding.
Yeah, from 4 to 7 p.m. We will have pregame show with myself, Jay Foreman. DP will be in Minnesota, so he will not be there, but the rest of the gang will be on site at Warhorse Casino, and we'll have postgame show here at the station after the game. So, since our text line is crapping out on us this morning, let's go right to Idle Chit Chat before we get into the news from Nebraska camp yesterday.
This
Of hats from our different clients, different listeners. But you walked in this morning and you gifted me a Duncan yo-yo right
for
there.
you.
So you were saying you were last night at Shoemakers doing some shopping with Alex.
I wasn't doing some shopping. We were eating.
You were eating and you were venturing to the gift area of Shoemakers and you found a yo-yo, which I said you need to buy that for the show's purposes.
Yeah, we'll open it up and try it. We'll open it up during the break.
do that.
A Duncan yo-yo. I was never any good at it.
I can't do the tricks. I can do the regular
Can't
like that. But if you're trying to do like the
can't.
all that stuff, no.
No, I always
Can't do yo-yo.
Yo-yos. My mom would buy us yo-yos when we were kids. I just wasn't. I wish I could say I was good at it. If I were, I'd tell you, but I just wasn't. I wasn't good.
By the way, the text line is now.
Go.
It's full. Well, is this part of Idle Chit Chat?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
keep it-
All right.
Let's just combine
Okay,
idle,
so Idle
chit
Chit Chat
with
is the roll call. Here we go. Now I feel better because the text line's unfrozen. Ready for this? It is a waterfall. Here are where people are at. Jeff in Waverly, Minnesota. Doug in Lake Alfred, Florida, age 39. Ben in Oto. Mitten, Arkansas, age 59. Greg in Fishers, Indiana. So we had Vern and Greg in
From
Indiana.
Fishers.
How about that?
Is Fishers a suburb of Indy?
It is.
Okay.
It is just to the east, I believe. I stayed there one time.
I'm starting to have an affinity for Indy.
It's a good place. We have Jay in Winter Park, Florida. Ron in Lincoln, age 56. Scott in Cortland, age 59. Vacationing on the Lake of the Ozarks right now at this moment. We have Youngster in Atkinson, age 58. Youngster.
Okay.
We got Brian in Oklahoma City. Heather in West Doe in Capitol Beach. We got Doug in Northwest Lincoln, age 59. Tony, North Carolina. Bill in Bennett. Pete in Bennett. Grumpy in Valparaiso. That's a good name. Grumpy.
Grumpy, yeah.
63 years old. Weston Howells, Fufu Jill, and Papillion Robert Anderson, age 52, over in Holland, Nebraska.
Holland.
Sean and Eagle. We've got Josh in Chico, California with us this morning.
Chico, interesting.
Bob in Lincoln. Kent. Stephen in Woodbury, Minnesota. Robert in Chattanooga. Casey in Topeka. Frog in Gretna. Joel at Fire Station 3 in Lincoln.
Joel. Hey, Joel. Special shout out for Joel. He's a Planet Fitness guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that's got to be him. He's a firefighter. He introduced me to him. He introduced himself to me. That's got to be Joel.
Tyler in Dallas is with us. That's my friend Tyler.
Tyler in Dallas.
That's my best man at my wedding. Tyler in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
Cleveland Mike at the Lincoln Air National Guard Base.
All right, Cleveland.
Okay. TC in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Roger in Havelock. John in Roscoe, Illinois is right now camping in Wisconsin.
Oh, camp.
Age 40 at this point.
What if he's got if he's got a big camp?
This would be a bad weekend to camp here because it's going to be 102 degrees. I don't think you want that in your life for camping.
Well, if he got
but he's in Wisconsin, maybe it's not as warm. Twizzlers in Hickman, go Big Red. He says, Krager and Papio watching on YouTube. Joe in Johnstown, Colorado. John in Des Moines. Harley Pete's at Super Saver right now.
All right.
He's shopping.
Wonder which Super Saver.
56.
Right across the street?
South 56.
Oh, South 56.
Just went with the highway, too. Okay. Yep. Montana Husker, a.k.a. Randy. We got Corey in Lincoln. Kelly in Ankeny, Iowa.
Is that our Corey?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Kelly in Ankeny, Iowa, age 64. Cleet from his recliner in Lincoln.
From the recliner.
61 years old.
That's God.
Is that Cleet Blakeman?
I don't know, but that sounds really good. The
Tig,
recliner always sounds good.
Tig in Ogallala, age 52. We got Dave in Bloomfield, Nebraska, by Crofton, where my wife is from. Spencer in South Dakota. Zach in Fox Hollow. Hole at a Boat is in Washington, Kansas for work.
Okay, get it done.
Spotted Cow, Yankee Hill. We got someone from Scott from Minnesota, and Barney is ready for week 0 of high school football.
Okay, that's upon.
We will have a game tonight. Nick Sainer on the call. I believe it's Lincoln Pius and
Nick.
Lincoln Northwest.
Man, I'll tell you something. Nick works. He's at that age.
Yeah, we got to work.
He's at that age. He's 22, right?
He's 22, about to be 23. I
Nick
believe.
Sainer is
big swim,
big, as it were.
Big swim.
It's interesting how people listen to the show differently. Some are at work, some are in their recliner, some are driving. I listen to talk radio when I'm driving. I seldom would listen in any other circumstance.
Well, because if you're driving, you're focusing. If you're like if you're at the house and you're like working on a project or just doing errands, it's tough to focus when you're doing that because you're not, you're doing other stuff. If you're driving, you're in the same spot the whole time. You're looking at the road. You can't go anywhere, and so you're tuning in and you're locking into it.
All right.
A couple more before we move on. We have Morris in New Jersey, Jeremiah in South Carolina, Robert in Coleridge. We got Larry in Neely, Nebraska, Matt in East Prairie, Minnesota, and Tom in Aurora. That is your Emmett, Wichita. Also, that is your roll call.
Well, I hope everybody understands how much we appreciate.
We do.
But I'm not joking.
We do appreciate you guys. That is the roll call / idle chit chat, sponsored by our good friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today to get ahead for your winterizer applications for your yard. Newton's Lawn Care, Andrew and his team, the sponsors of that today.
Yeah, I handle my own. I generally handle my own. I
mowed
it way down. I mowed it way down this week.
Self-made man.
And I don't. Yeah, you know what? I don't. My attention span's bad, as you know, as you point out. I mow my front yard. I don't mow my back. Then I wait a few days and then mow my back.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Because I don't.
That makes no sense at all.
It does make sense.
You want the yard at the same height at all times.
You can't see the backyard from the street.
I don't care if you can't see it. You got to mow it at the same time. That would drive absolutely crazy. If I was at your house and saw that and say, "Are you not mowing the backyard anymore?"
You can't tell.
You would say, "That's tomorrow's."
You really can't tell. No, it's my in-season mow where I don't have a lot of time to do anything. So I mowed it way down. I won't have to mow it for 2 weeks. And I'm thinking about, there's some kids in that Northeast area, Lincoln Northeast area. I noticed there's some kids that mow lawns. I may pay somebody for the first time in my life. Yeah. Well, okay. There's a problem with that. No, there's a problem with that. Look at me. I'm able-bodied.
You're busy. It's football season.
I feel weird paying people to do stuff that I can do. So you know what? Now that we're talking it out, I won't do it. I'm not going to pay him. I got to do it. I'm not like you though. I don't enjoy mowing.
I do like mowing.
See, I'm not that guy. I don't enjoy it.
By the way, Patrinka's with us also.
Patrinka's
this morning with us. Yeah.
Patrinka, keep me updated on that. She's going after a job. I want to hear about it.
Okay. Keep us posted. Patrinka.
Did she put Patrinka or Katrinka?
P. Patrinka checking in.
Patrinka.
Big Lumbo also here.
Big Lumbo is. I wonder.
Ooh.
Big Lumbo.
Someone says, "This is 55 years old, and I'm a mediocre yo-yoer."
You are. We'll open that bad boy up.
Yeah, we'll try that out.
They had red and green.
You know who I bet's good at yo-yoing? Derek Bombay. Guarantee he's good at it.
You think so?
We'll have it at 6:45. I guarantee you pull that bad boy out, and he's going to just do some sort of tricks with it and just show us up like usual.
Well, you've set him
up
up
with the gun show here also.
Don't tell me he's going to do that.
Okay, we had some news yesterday in the Husker camp because we are now 13 days away from the first game. So we knew we had 4 different Huskers that had jerseys, the single-digit jerseys prior to this week. You had Jeff Sims, Luke Reimer was one of those guys, and then
Gifford and Kemp.
Isaac Gifford and Billy Kemp. Thank you.
Yes.
So we have 3 more as of yesterday. Ready for these names, Sim?
I am ready.
Nash Hutmacher,
okay, Nick
Henrich, and John Bullock.
Okay, so I would
guys in single digits right now.
Wow, John Bullock you would call him a riser in the program. Didn't hear much about him last year at all. In fact, he didn't do much last year. He didn't play on regular downs at all. In fact, I don't think he's taken a snap on regular downs. Now what you see, think about this, Jake.
Okay.
All 3 Mike/Will linebackers, the 3 top ones, not all 3, but the 3 top ones, Luke Reimer, Nick Henrich, and John Bullock. Those guys are going to be rotating at Mike and Will. Now, could be another name in there that helps out, but it's mainly going to be those 3. 2 of them will start. I don't know which ones. That's sort of an interesting discussion. You're only going to start 2. It's Mike and Will. My guess right now is it would be Reimer and Henrich. Henrich has come off that knee injury well. He wears a big bulky brace, but he's moving well, and he looks good. I mean, he looks great. I mean, sometimes I forget that he's the best looking athlete of the 3. I sometimes forget that he was so highly rated at Omaha Burke, and that he's got that size.
Wasn't he a 4-star?
Yeah, he's a 4-star. I think he's a top-rated player in the state. He's 6'3". He's legit 6'3". So Reimer, Henrich, Bullock. That will be your rotation at the Mike and Will spots, which I don't like to say they're completely interchangeable, but it sounds like they're pretty close to that. Nash, Hutmacher. So that's a great development for him. Well, they need him. They need him bad. They need him to be more than just a guy. They need him to make plays. We'll see if that can happen.
What I think is interesting, and this is pretty telling, Sip, when it comes to what Matt Rule said on Saturday. Again, he said that the defense won the day. Now, he said the offense struggled, but that was with procedural stuff. Yeah. But look at there now. 5 of your single-digit guys are defensive players. So the only offensive players are Jeff Sims and Billy Kemp. No running backs, no offensive linemen, no tight ends.
Oh, no, there is an offensive lineman. Piper got one.
Okay.
That's okay. Piper got one, but the offensive lineman can't wear.
Okay, so fine. 5 defense and 3 offense still there.
Still a little bit tilted.
It is tilted.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Is there anybody on offense that I was expecting to get one that didn't?
So you have, again, we don't know clearly who the starting running back is. Gabe Urban's been getting some top reps. Anthony Grant has obviously been in that conversation too as the guy last year.
Just on Tuesday, when Rule was last available to the media, he did say that Grant had been working with the 2s, but now is getting 1 reps. I interpreted that as Grant's making a push. With Anthony Grant, he can run the ball. I'm just parroting what Matt Rule said. They know he can run it. It's the other parts of the position that he's got to get zoned in on. And that's pass protection, probably knowledge of playbook. But I think Grant's got some momentum. I still think they'll go with Irvin in the opener, but it'll be, they're going to use him.
And that to me, maybe just me, not all Husker fans, but the fact that Anthony Grant was so good in the first half of the season last year, he broke so many tackles, made so many big runs for that team, despite the records not being what you wanted to be. Mm-hmm. Anthony Grant was clearly the best back last season. A.J. Allen, of course, when he was here and healthy, looked pretty solid also. Mm-hmm. But Anthony Grant, it's just going to be weird if he's not the top back, considering what he was able to do in the first half of the season. It's going to be just, I think, strange for Nebraska fans because they were just raving about that guy. He got worn down, as he should, because of all the hits he took right as he got the ball behind the line of scrimmage, and have the best second half of the season. But his first half was very strong.
Mm-hmm. So look at this. Hutmacher's probably going to wear a 0 out there.
That'd be awesome on the defensive line.
Hutmacher wearing a 0. I mean, there's a part of me that says if you're wearing a 0, you better be good.
Better be good. Anything in the line that's single digits, typically on the defensive line. There's a guy a couple years ago, I don't want to call him out, that wore the number 7 on the defensive line. It just didn't do anything with it. That's the number you need to stand out.
I agree.
And it just never worked for him.
That front 3, Jake, will be Hutmacher, Robinson, and it looks like Gunnarsson. And then from there, who's established himself quickly, and I'd almost say number 4 in the group is Cam Lemhart.
True freshman.
Yeah, Cam Lemhart.
True freshman.
And I would have liked to say Elijah Judy is that guy, but from what I'm hearing, it's more Lenhart than Judy, as if you're looking at a 4th guy. Then hopefully you get to Judy at about 5. They need some more depth. They got bodies. I mean, Raquan Buckley's in that conversation for sure. I mean, I just named the top 6. That's your top 6: Robinson, Hutmacher, Blaze Gunnarsson, Cam Lenhart, Elijah Judy, and Buckley. I don't think there'd be anybody else in there.
Well, I think you would consider, once he's back fully healthy, Prince Will, Uman Yellen. He's a little banged up right now.
Right. Yeah.
So once he's healthy, they like what they see from that guy.
Yeah, they do. Lenhart's further along physically.
Yes.
I mean, Lenhart, keep in mind, he was the captain of IMG Academy, that team. So he's a dude. And that, by the way, these single digits go to what I would say are dudes. Reliable. I'm not going to overuse that word again today. Today I did that the other day, but guys who are reliable, good teammates, show leadership, and part of showing leadership is making plays. It is. You got to make plays. I don't know if you can get a number like this if you're not making plays in practice.
Once again, the newest additions to the single-digit numbers as of yesterday are Nash Hutmacher, Nick Henrich, John Bullock, joining Jeff Sims, Billy Kemp, Luke Reimer, Isaac Gifford, and a guy who can't use the number, Ethan Piper. Those are the 8 players in single digits thus far.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun.
As we are 13 days away from kickoff.
Yeah, so there's some guys. I'm sort of surprised Newsome hasn't gotten one.
Quentin Newsome.
I'm a little surprised Fedoni hasn't gotten one. It's not an award for the best players. Necessarily. It's not that's not what this is necessarily. I think that's a factor. But I don't know.
I think if you want to look at something here,
Hartzog too. So I'm sort of surprised.
When you look at the guys who got the numbers, you got to feel pretty good about the linebacker unit in general. The linebackers could be the strength of the team if this is any indicator here at all. At least defensively,
I know.
You don't think so?
Secondary. I can't say the linebackers. They're pretty good though. I mean, Reimer.
They've all got accolades here, basically.
That's true.
Single digits. Reimer.
That's true. But
Bullock,
again, Jake, I'm telling you, I don't know that signifies best players. That's part of it. But I don't think it's straight best.
Pretty
players.
telling about that unit when you got 3 guys who are single digit numbers. It's pretty telling.
Yeah, I'd stick with the secondary because the secondary has more depth. I mean, I don't even know who would be right behind those three guys, Reimer, Henrich, and Bullock. I don't know who's right behind them. And the fact I don't know that's problematic. All right.
But the good thing is that they're playing well
Yeah.
in fall camp so far.
You can lose one of them.
You can.
If you lose two of them, trouble.
Well, I want to get to this before we get to aging gracefully next segment. So,
we got to age gracefully.
We do. We have seen average quarterback play be enough for some schools in the Big Ten over the last few years. Think about last year in Iowa. It was enough. I mean, they went 8-5. They were one win away from going to the Big Ten title game against if they beat Nebraska. They did not do that. Obviously, Nebraska won that game. Graham Mertz was pretty average for several years, as was Alex Hornibrook at Wisconsin, but they didn't phase them terribly. They were still a good team that made the title game.
Hornibrook got some stuff done.
He was okay. He was okay. Yeah. You know, Mike Schaefer had thoughts on Alex Hornibrook.
Me and Schaefer went at it on
Hornibrook. You did. So my question is it possible for Nebraska to win with average quarterback play? Can they overcome that? Because we've talked about how important it was with Adrian in the offense, with Taylor Martinez, with Tommy Armstrong. For so many years, it's been vital for the quarterback to be above average, to be almost elite, for this team to be pretty dang good.
I know.
Like, if Jeff Sims is just average this year, can Nebraska make a bowl game?
I don't think they have enough around him for that to be the case. I wish I could say that. And now the thing we don't know is listen, Iowa, Wisconsin, those type of teams have a system that isn't so reliant on the quarterback because they run it. You know, they make a very concentrated effort to be good run teams, conventional run game, not quarterback run game, conventional run game. Yeah, they lean hard on Adrian, obviously. I talked about that a lot, too hard. I mean, Adrian led the team in rushing 2 years. It's amazing. Adrian Martinez led the team in rushing. That's not the kind of offense I want. Adrian Martinez led the team in rushing in 2020 COVID year. Had 91 carries. I mean, he was a good runner. That's the thing. He averaged 5.7.
You liked watching him run.
I did. 5.7 yards a carry. Dedrick Mills that year, the COVID year, carried 84 times. Adrian, 91. Running back, 84. That's not the kind of offense I like. Adrian in 2021, 3-9 season, led the team in rushing. 133 carries. 525 yards. Scored 13 TDs on the ground.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you know where they're going in the red zone.
Adrian, the big horse.
In the deep red zone. Led the team in rushing in 20 and 21, was the second leading rusher in 2018 and 2019. By the way, guess who led Georgia Tech in rushing in 2020? Jeff Sims.
Oh, he's like, well, I've seen this before. I've done this before. Been there, done that.
Now, and by the way, Jacob, on that 2020 Georgia Tech that went 3-7, Jeff Sims led the Yellow Jackets in rushing 120 carries. 120.
That's a lot. That's a lot of carries for Jeff.
Carries, 492 yards. So that's 4.1.
Yeah, that's only a 10-game season too. That's not 12. 3-7.
Right.
You said?
Yeah, 3-7. Yeah, that's COVID year. Shortened.
So he had 120 plus carries in 10 games.
And this is the interesting part of that. You know who was second leading rusher that year at Georgia Tech? Jamar Gibbs.
Oh, he went to Alabama.
Went to Alabama.
Gibbs, yeah.
Yeah, they were giving the ball more to Sims than Gibbs. He was a first rounder.
I think you're right. Late first round to the Lions, yeah.
89 carries for Gibbs, 120 for Sims. Now, they did change it up.
Sims averaged 12 carries a game then.
Yeah. So they changed it up, though, in the Yellow Jackets, 2021 and 2022. Sims was the third leading rusher in 2021, 70 carries. So he went from 120 to 70, 120 in 10 games to 70 in 12. And then he was the third leading rusher again in 2022, 87 carries. He's used to running the ball a lot. Now, how's that going to look? That's one of the biggest questions we have going in. Is Sims going to rush the ball 80 times this year?
Well, that would make you think again that if the pocket collapses, he's going to take off and run. How many? I'd be curious how many of those, we don't know this, but how many of those runs in 2020 were designed runs
Right. That's
versus
all. Yeah.
escaping the pocket and running?
That's always the question.
If that's 12 design runs per game, which again it wasn't, but maybe 10,
I bet
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of designed runs.
Yeah. I don't know how much they'll do that. No, but the question you ask, I got to that because the question you ask is average quarterback play. Would it be possible for Nebraska to win at a high level, get to a bowl game, if they lean hard on the if they lean too hard on the quarterback, or if they just get average quarterback play? I sort of dream of a day where they could get average quarterback play and win 8 games, because what's that? What that would tell me is they have a good system, and it's not so reliant on the quarterback. But this guy Sims is your best. I mean, if he's not your best looking player from a physical standpoint, he's in the top 4 or 5. You know, Arik Gilbert's in that class. I'd say Fedoni's in that conversation. But yeah, you see how tempting it is if you're a coach when you see Sims every day, and then you see that he, like Jerry DiNardo said on our show the other day, he runs like a big tailback, like Adrian. Adrian ran like a
They're
big
going to
tailback.
run him, but just how many times can you run him?
I mean, if you're Satterfield, Marcus Satterfield, you're tempted, right? It'd be tempting. My God, it's it's 3rd and 3. I mean, maybe we just run the big horse here.
Come on.
Now,
Come on,
Rule
Chip.
has said red zone and 3rd downs, key downs, we'll run him. I mean, that's the kind of thing that they'll do. But I'd like to see an offense where he doesn't. I'd say 5 design runs a game seems.
We said that for Adrian too.
Yeah.
We said it 5 to 7, maybe. We don't need 10 to 12 to 15, because then that's when you get banged up.
Adrian Martinez led the team in rushing 2 out of his 4 years. That's not the kind of Nebraska that you want.
They didn't win games. They were under 500 every year with Adrian. So is that his fault? Not necessarily all his fault.
No.
Just that's not the way you win football games. When we come back,
I don't think it is.
Aging gracefully on early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for 70 years. Okay, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Proud to be voted best vape shop.
Generation V.
To announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Blaine's Cover Crop is your one-stop shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell right. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour with 3 years. Trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com. Keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today. Discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscape. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to gesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience Landmark difference.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Run here.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
More of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Simple, you are an idiot.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to aging gracefully in just a second, but you had a stat you figured out during the break regarding a quarterback that ran the ball a lot for a national championship team.
Yeah, this guy was probably an outlier.
I'd say definitely an outlier.
Definitely an outlier. Who has stats like this? 2010 Auburn, Cam Newton. Okay, he was a big horse running back. Or big horse quarterback. Big horse quarterback. But he led Auburn. I mean, when we went to break, we sort of agreed you don't want your quarterback to be your leading rusher, right?
Yes.
Can't win that way.
Not typical.
Well, Auburn won the national title with Cam Newton as their leading rusher, and he rushed 264 times that year.
Which I did math is about 19 carries per game.
Yeah. Now listen to these stats. Cam Newton ran the ball 264 times for 1,473 yards. That's Amir Abdullah. Okay. 20 touchdowns on the ground.
And what were his passing stats? You get those?
He was a great passer. 185 for 280. That's 66.1%.
Okay.
2,854 yards passing, 30 TDs, 7 picks. You won't get much better.
He was the number 1 pick in the draft and the Heisman winner.
My God, I would hope so.
Because he had to be.
Yeah.
He was by far the best player in college football, and he proved it.
People forget. I forgot. Cam Newton, quarterback, Auburn, ran 264 times, averaged 5.6 yards per carry. Yeah, he was a otherworldly.
He was very
player.
fun to watch in college.
I mean, when you get a Cam Newton, you got a chance to win a national title. You have anything around him. Their backup running back, not their backup running back. Their second leading rusher was Michael Dyer.
Yep, he was good too.
Ran for 1,000.
Good running back.
Yeah, ran for 1,093. They ran the hell out of it that year. I mean, they had a third leading rusher, Jake, that ran for 810 yards. Their third leading rusher. I don't think you know him. Ontario McCaleb.
Nope.
Don't remember him at all.
I remember watching that title game against Chip Kelly in Oregon, though. I remember watching that, and he was very good in that game, too. Michael Dyer was good in that game, too.
Yeah. Now, am I suggesting at all that Jeff Sims will be Cam Newton? No, I'm not. I don't know how you could be.
Terrell Farley chimes in. He says, don't compare those guys.
Yeah. I'm not comparing them.
I mean, Jeff Sims is not seen as a number 1 overall draft pick.
Terrell, I'm not
Newton was
comparing.
easily, without hesitation, number 1 overall.
No, I mean, the only reason Terrell, we're not comparing anybody. When we went to break, we both kind of said, if your quarterback's leading your team in rushing, good luck. You know, that was kind of the sentiment, right?
This is an outlier.
Massive
outlier for Auburn that year. For that many carries. I mean, if he's leading it by a couple carries, whatever, he led by a ton of carries over Michael Dyer that year.
Oh, yeah.
264 carries. Again, about 19 carries per game for Cam Newton.
Cam Newton had 264, and Michael Dyer, the running back, had 182. Yeah.
So way more than him. All right. On that note, before we get to our guest who is here, he'll be in the next segment, Derek Bombeck. It is time to age gracefully, sponsored by our good friends at Novotny Nutrition and Wellness. Whether you're 20 or 60, you want to age gracefully. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has steps to wellness. It can help you desensitize the 6 things that make you ill. All ticket listeners get a free consultation when you call Novotny Nutrition and Wellness at 531-254-5695, just off of 7th and Superior. 29 experience. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness.
Yeah, thank you to them. They're great listeners.
Brad and Jennifer,
yes,
great people and great listeners.
Aging gracefully. I mean, listen, I'm not the authority on this, obviously. But one way to age gracefully is distinguish yourself as a gift giver. And start thinking about it now. It's August 18th. Christmas is really right around the corner, right? You'd say that.
It'll be here just like that.
Yeah, you got to start thinking about it. I started thinking about it last night because I was at Shoemakers. And you can distinguish yourself as a gift giver by thinking outside the box a little bit. Now there's a lot I have noticed, and I consider myself a distinguished gift giver. I've always put a lot of thought into it.
Have you?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's believe it or not, there are certain ways I am aging gracefully. I mean, I was looking at Christmas gifts last night. There's a lot you can get at Shoemakers. And here's what's happened with Shoemakers Truck Stop. It's back in kind of full bloom again after COVID affected what you could. I mean, there just wasn't as much on the shelves during COVID, right? It's back. That's back at Shoemakers.
Beautiful site.
I'll give you some ideas.
Okay. We got gift giving advice in August.
Yeah. I've mentioned the fleece blankets, but they're back in full force. Elvis. There's an Elvis one that's pretty cool. There's an Einstein one. Sasquatch.
Okay.
Big picture of
Did you pick
Sasquatch.
one out?
I mean, I looked at them.
Okay.
They're expensive. Pretty expensive.
But they're good gifts.
Yeah. I sent you the fact that they're called Regal Comfort.
I saw that, yes.
Fleece blankets. Bill would like that. Regal Comfort. Okay. You could get a a very handsome shoemaker's cap. Or there's others that say stuff like mother trucker, which,
You have a hat that said, I'd rather be homeless than chromeless.
I got that at Shoemakers.
I'd rather be homeless than chromeless, courtesy of Shoemakers. There's a hat that you have.
There's all kinds of things you can get there.
How about this last one you sent us?
What is that? Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. There's a heavy-duty train horn in a big box. Heavy-duty train horn. It's a true train horn sound. Now, think about how much fun you could have with a heavy. There's no doubt in my mind I'm getting this. A heavy-duty train horn, 140 decibels.
No, it's more than that. It's a bit more than that.
Think about that.
Oh.
Think about the fun you could have with that.
What did Bill say? Please get the horn. Yeah, don't get that for him. He's going to use that excessively.
They have everything from a heavy-duty train horn. They have steering wheels. You could get someone a steering wheel. They have, I thought about this just for my truck. They have a collapsible roadside safety triangle. They have very practical things like that. An electric hot plate. How about that?
Practical. I kind of have one of those right there.
Adjustable heat. They have everything from that to an extra girl power Disney lunchbox if you have a small child. Sure. They have peach preserves, sweet potato pecan butter.
So you wrote all this down?
Yeah.
He made notes for this, Derek.
No, these are gift ideas.
I know. But you wrote them all down, though.
Fig preserves, cherry preserves. I've seen those preserves on that. I just hope they're selling them and those aren't like a year old because I've seen them there a lot.
Check the expiration date. They will have something on there.
Okay.
It'll say when you cannot eat this past this
I
date.
guess what I'm trying to impart here is they got big gift ideas like the Regal Comfort fleece blankets. There's big gifts, and then you could supplement your gifts with small gifts. I think a men's travel grooming set, which I always need. A men's travel grooming set. How often do you get on the road? Got to trim your beard. How am I going to trim it? You got to cut your toenails. Well, with a men's travel grooming set, it's always there. Just keep it in your bag.
This is one hell of a plug, a free plug, by the way, for Shoemakers out on West O Street.
How about some ass-kicking jelly beans with habanero pepper? How about that?
You should have got some of those. What? You didn't buy any of those at all?
Well, they'll be there. Put those in a stocking. How about that in a stocking? Seat cushion.
Someone says Sipple is the weirdest dude ever. Yeah. Yep.
How?
You want to get some ass-kicking jelly beans over at the Shoemakers? Is that what you're trying to get? That'd be a great stocking stuffer for somebody.
Does this sound good? Smitty B's Sweet Heat Hot Honey. Hot.
Sounds pretty good to me. That's gonna do it for Gracefully.
How about a sticker that says "Make mullets great again"?
I like that one. Let's make that one happen.
How about a sticker with Jesus, and it's Jesus' head popping out, and it says, "I saw that."
That's Aging Gracefully, sponsored by our good friends at Novotny Nutrition and Wellness. Call them for all your needs if you are feeling ill or want to age gracefully. And when we come back, Song of the Day and Derek Bombeck from Visit Lincoln, Director of Sport, next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, I feel the best I have in years. We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limit Mail.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Alabama, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the caramel latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of their family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This Friday and Saturday, enjoy a 2-day sale on USDA bacon wrapped sirloin for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. A 5-pound box of snow crab clusters for just $49.99. And when you buy 2 1.75 liters of Captain Morgan spiced rum, you can get it for just $19.99. Stop by for the 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday at Fairway Meat Market, Rockledge School, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical treatment of moderate to severe pain. Our patients experience no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients in 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can lasting results for pain today at southpointmed.com or call 402-323-8400.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we are grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Nutrition invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back to school blowout. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back to school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to H&H more information or call 402-359-2546.
Saturday. Eagle Race season is winding down, so get out there while you can to get your racing fix. This Saturday, August 19th, Pepsi, the Nebraska Lottery, and Empire Fence present the Back to School Bash, featuring the Twin River Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino Hobby Stocks, cars. But don't miss the school bus demolition derby after the races. Let's go racing at Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. You can check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College at SCC's 3 days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're tough, a big tough guy?
He loved to displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Eagles
Your song of the day, Seminole Wind by John Anderson from 1992, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
First pitch home run by Jay.
And there it
Dead
goes.
center.
Left the ballpark.
Dead center. God almighty. You know what's interesting, Anderson? Think about close your eyes. Close them. How much does that sound like the band? How much does that sound like?
There's a little bit.
That guy, you could put Gary Anderson as the lead singer of the band.
John Anderson?
Yeah, John Anderson. Who's Gary Anderson?
He's a kicker.
Maybe he could sing too.
And a coach. and a coach, yeah.
Anyway, what a choice. God, then I don't know what that instrument is that flung in there late. What was that?
I don't know.
Slide guitar.
Let's go with that. Slide guitar, sure.
Come on, Jake. That guy sounds like, was it
Robbie Robertson?
Yeah, kind of does.
I mean, they're cousins.
Sounds a little like the band. Am I wrong? Text line
402-464-5685. I don't really hear as much.
You hear that?
There's a little bit of twang with the lead singer, with John and Robbie Robertson.
No, I think they sound not exactly alike, but there's a lot of
there's a relationship there.
Yeah. High score. Gee, Christmas. Creativity through the roof. Never. We got to get to our guest. Never, Derek Bombeck, would I've expected Jake to play that song. Never. So I give it a 9.4445.
Very high score. We're joined in studio by Derek Bombeck, the director of sports for Visit Lincoln. Derek, I know you love country. You're more of a new school country than that, right?
No, that's where I was going with this. So
Okay.
the new pop country I can handle, and there's songs that I like and I love, but classic country with pure voices and just a good melody, that's where it's at. So that's. Yeah.
What's our score today?
I'll go 8.5.
8.5. So a 9.4444 and an 8.5.
Yeah, it's high for Derek.
Someone
Derek
says
you could just sit there and listen to it forever.
You don't want that song to stop, do you?
No, you're right. No, that's
we had a take here before we get to Derek. It says Darren says this: quit the segment now because you will never get better than that song. It's you hit the peak. You'll never beat Seminole Win. It's over.
I don't know about that.
You've peaked.
I don't know about
top
that.
Seminole Win.
I don't know about
That's from Darren. Could be Darren Erstad. You never know. Could be Darren Erstad.
I hope that's Darren Erstad.
Could be Darren Erstad. All right, Derek, let's get to some things happening in and around Lincoln as school is underway and the kids are back. Your kids are back in school.
Hating every second of it.
Big season.
They are hating every second of it, or you are.
Oh, no, they are. I love it.
Yeah, that they're back in school.
Big season about school.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I wasn't either. I'm very empathetic to that sentiment.
Right.
I couldn't stand it.
Well, what a surprise that is.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Now you're shopping at a truck stop.
Yep,
So.
he's going to Shoemaker's, giving a good gift advice. That's what he does. All right, Derek,
what's going on?
The Tunnel to Towers 5K run/walk.
Yeah, come out to Holmes Lake Park this Saturday for the second annual Tunnel to Towers 5K run walk. This event's going to be at 9 a.m. and you can register on the Tunnel to Towers Foundation website. This event honors those who lost their lives in the tragedy of 9/11. So we encourage you to come out, check out, cheer on the competitors, and support a great cause. If you have any questions, email info@lincolnrun.org.
What a great cause.
Yes, it is. Email info@lincolnrun.org to find any more information there. How about the 2023 Garmin Gravel Worlds?
Yes, this is one of my favorite events that Lincoln hosts every year that actually not a lot of people know about, but the 2023 Garmin Gravel Worlds is going to take place August 25th and 26th with all races starting and finishing in Fallbrook. This year's event is going to feature 4 cycling races ranging from 50 miles up to 300 miles. And they're also adding a running component this year. The competition is going to feature over 2,000 competitors from all 50 states this year, over 15 countries and 4 continents. So this is an international event where people from all over the world are going to be here in Lincoln over the course of that week, cycling on our gravel roads. So it's an awesome competition. If you'd like to check out this event or help volunteer, please go to the website gravel-worlds.com.
A lot of healthy people out there.
4 continents, 15 countries. That's a big deal coming up to Lincoln.
Okay, here's another big one.
Yes, the 2023 Guardians of Freedom Air Show.
Yes, this has been talked about a lot, but this is a major event that usually happens about once every 5 years for Lincoln. So come out to Lincoln's Air Park August 26th and 27th for this incredible event. The U.S. Navy Blue Angels will headline the event, and other first-class performers, exhibits, stunts, and activities will be available. In addition, there's going to be a kids zone, some STEM activities, and our partnership of economic development team will also be hosting a career fair. They are looking for groups to help work the event. So if your organization is looking for some quick cash, this is a great opportunity to do that. Check out lincolnairshow.com for more information. And this event is free to the public, so get on out there.
And we will be out there on Friday, the day before this all, doing a remote out from the National Guard to promote this event, basically.
Awesome.
And we're going to take a helicopter ride next Tuesday. There'll be footage of that, Derek.
This coming Tuesday, right?
This coming Tuesday, yeah. We'll have footage for you, Derek. You'll see it.
I miss out on everything.
No, you don't. You have all the fun. And next up, speaking of you having all the fun, it is time to tell people of your travel season ahead as the director of sport.
It is travel season, and so I'm going to be on the road, I think, 3 out of the next 4 weeks, looking to recruit events to Lincoln. But, next week I'll be up in Minneapolis at the Connect Sports Conference, which is probably the largest conference. I think there's going to be over 5,000 people there up in Minneapolis. It's an awesome opportunity. I'm going to have over 26 appointments with the top CEOs from different sports operators from all over the country. So that's going to be awesome. Then after that, the following week, I'm going to partner with the University of Nebraska Athletic Department. We're going to go out to Indianapolis as the NCAA hosts their NCAA championship meetings once every 4 years. So we're going to go out there and see what opportunities might be available for Lincoln to bid on some NCAA regional or national championships.
Yeah, so you're just, in short, you're going to round up some events for Lincoln.
That's the plan.
That's what you do.
That's what the paycheck
Are you going to go to
says.
St. Elmo's out there? We were just there, We were just
I
there
know.
less
you
than a
guys
month
were,
ago.
so- and it's been probably, 6 years since I've been to a conference out there, so I don't remember it too well. So
Yeah, I mean, St. Elmo's is a fabulous place.
El Toro, you get your mix, the Cadillac
you
margarita.
can't go to St. Elmo. You can't go to St. Elmo's for every meal. So if you want a recommendation, go to El Toro and get the smoky margarita. It's called the Mescalita, and I'm not joking around here. There's no jokes.
I'm going to need some text messages to verify and remember all this.
Yeah, we'll send those to
Get
you,
a
Derek.
Mescalita. Now, I would suggest pineapple. They have watermelon and probably strawberry and just a regular lime. But man, the Mescalita pineapple margarita. I got to tell you, it's probably the best margarita I've ever had in my life.
Are you a blended margarita or on the rocks or?
Oh, totally on the rocks. No, I don't
Salt on
blend.
the rim?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the rocks. I don't do blended.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. Yeah, have fun there.
Have fun in
should be a
Indy.
good
Yeah,
one.
you've got some travels ahead of you, Derek. So
Yeah.
always good stuff. Thank you for the time again this week,
No,
Derek.
it seems short. He gets here early.
Well, he's
That's how I know he likes us.
I'll start coming in this segment early and just hanging out.
just come chill with
He
us
could have
here.
come in on the Cam Newton.
He could have. He's
conversation.
wearing a Niners,
Aging gracefully.
Niners sweatshirt. He's ready for football season. Niners.
How old are you?
41.
41.
Yeah, it's a little early for you to start thinking about aging gracefully. 5 more.
See, that's good. That's a good thing. You're still
There you
young,
go.
Derek. You're still
Pup.
young.
Yeah.
He is Derek Bombick of Visit Lincoln. We'll see you in a couple weeks, Derek.
Sounds good.
Top of the hour is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. TKFM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 97 The Ticket and the FM.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees 40-hour work week round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at danatrucking.com.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
V.
Explore with the largest select vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving springs and mountains begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com, huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Hey, it's Jake Bach. Join me, Captain Rashawn Jackson, and the Black Shirt, Terrell Hartley, on Monday, August 21st at Club Pilates for their grand opening and ribbon cutting. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the captain and the ticket water cooler. Now this Monday at Club Pilates at 83rd and Holdridge.
Working at Continental in Lincoln is a job. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper utility to full-size semi. It performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3411, or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept.
It's early break. Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. 93.7 The Tickets, Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to hour 2 on a Friday. Steve Sipple, Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today, back on Monday. Thanks to Derek Bombick for coming in as always. Derek is wonderful. Hour 2 sponsored by our good friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC, location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by the beginning of 2024. I don't have an offer for Steve Schindler today. I don't know what Bill would say, but Steve, contact Steve Schindler in Creighton or the Lincoln team.
Look at
Brian, Brad, all those
Look
guys.
at Mark Onwire on that yo-yo.
So again, if you missed the first part of the show,
He's nailing it.
Sip went and bought a yo-yo yesterday.
I didn't go for the express. I didn't go to Shoemaker's.
You purchased it though. You bought a yo-yo.
Yeah, it was there.
You had me rip the thing open. I told you before that. I said, Derek.
Look at Mark, by the way.
I said Derek would be really good at it, and Derek was really good at
Derek
it.
Bombeck.
You were okay at it.
Okay, so
Mark,
this just gives me an okay. What separated?
I was horrible. So listen, I was horrible. You were okay. Derek was great. Mark had a rough start. Now he's figured it out over there.
Mark's probably the best of the 4. Yeah, he is.
I think Derek was the best.
No. Easy. Look at this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Derek. Yeah. Mark's over there across the glass.
It's a Duncan yo-yo, and what we've discovered is what we thought is that Duncan makes the best yo-yos. That's a great yo-yo.
I was not bashing I said I suck at yo-yo.
Yeah.
I've never been good at yo-yo. I tried it, but we did say you don't see yo-yos anywhere in stores anymore.
That's why I was struck by it when I saw it. And
if you go to Walmart, they have endless toys there. But is there actually a yo-yo at Walmart anymore? Or Target across the street? Is there a yo-yo over there?
I wouldn't rule it out. I
have no idea. I've never seen one.
But I was struck by it.
It's been a long time.
I was struck by it because I know Duncans are good, and Mark is proficient.
Mark's good at everything he does. He's great at baking. He's great at yo-yo. He was got a 35 in his ACT. He's a brilliant mind.
Hello.
34. I gave him too much. 34 in his ACT. 33. So he's a brilliant mind.
That's brilliant.
And he has great hair. Look at his hair. Look at the man's hair.
I don't even like looking
at his hair. It's incredible.
I don't like
Bill is not here, but Bill has sent me something to bring up on the show real quick. This is temporary, okay? There is a car wash. Gigi, his freshman daughter, going to high, he's in high school now. A car wash tomorrow, 1 to 4 p.m. at Union Bank and Trust at 68th and O. It's a car wash. So from 3 hours tomorrow, 1 to 4 p.m.
1 to 4
at Union Bank at 68th and O. You can get a car wash and be a donation to the booster team.
The booster team.
The booster.
Okay.
Nair's car wash. Yeah.
Okay. The booster team.
If you want to, I could share this on Twitter. There's a what do you call that? A GP? What the heck is this thing called? QR code. There's a QR code you could scan to if you cannot make a donation or if you can't make it there, you can make a donation on the QR code. But that's tomorrow. Car wash, 1 to 4 p.m. And it helps out Gigi's dance team.
Okay. I hope Bill's listening. Hello, Bill.
Bill was listening for a second. Now he's not at this point. He's doing some other things at this moment, but appreciate that.
Yes.
By the way, couple late additions to the roll call. Rick Wahoo is here with us this morning. We have on the YouTube comment, we had Jerome, 68 years old in Denver, tuning in today. And B-Rad in Colorado Springs.
Hello, B-Rad.
In 48. That was Jerome
in Denver.
68 years old, Jerome, on YouTube watching
What if he reads the Denver Post? If he reads
Is Woody Page still out there?
If I don't know that, but you know who's out there working for the Denver Post is Parker Gabriel.
Oh yeah,
yes.
We should ask Parker if he's ever talked to Woody Page out there.
I don't. The columnist.
Just talk to him.
The columnist that he works with is John Kisla.
Okay.
John Kisla's a big time columnist. Been in the Denver market for, probably 30 years. I think. He's been there forever. So yeah, Parker Gabriel. Denver Post.
Good friend.
Broncos writer.
We haven't talked to him for way too long on the
Yeah,
airwaves.
not on the airways. I talked to him on the phone. But
we had him on the airwaves, I think, last year during the football season.
We could have
to
him
talk
on.
about the issues of the Broncos, and that was great.
A quick shout out to Missing Tooth Greg too, who brought me in an apple fritter. Greg, I will have that after practice. I always need a post-practice football practice, Nebraska football practice. I always need a post-practice shot of something, and I will put that in my bag, and
That's
it'll
nice.
be there for me.
That's nice.
So yes, thank you to Missing Tooth Greg.
Yes, thank you to Missing
And then,
Tooth Greg.
the shop is up and running. That's what all this tells you. The ticket shop is up and running. We have yo-yo contests.
Yeah, we do.
Did Jake finish last in?
Well, no, is anyone surprised about that? I told you beforehand I am not good with the yo-yo. I wasn't trying to say anything about my skills.
Bad self-talk. I mean,
no, it's not.
Why don't you just say I'm good with the
I'll
yo-yo?
kick your butt on the golf course. I'm not good at yo-yo. I'll beat you in tennis. I'll beat you in ping pong.
Will you beat me in tennis?
Beat you. Yeah, I will kick your butt in both those sports.
Ping pong?
Yep, I'll beat you.
Yes,
I will beat you in ping pong.
I hope we have a table at the new place. I think that you'll be eating your words.
I won't.
I can play ping pong. Okay.
I can play ping pong. I'm sure you can play. You're going to lose to me, 21-12, something like that. I'll give you 12 points. It's going to be a loss, though. It's going to be an L.
Naming the score.
I did. 402-464-5685. Call or text is always going to. You can watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo channel 951. So yes, before we move on, someone said this too. Pat Fitzgerald is going to be coaching next year at his kid's high school. Going to be a volunteer assistant coach. Should Pat Fitzgerald be anywhere near a sideline yet, following all the stuff that's surrounding him? Sip, your thoughts on Fitzgerald?
It's a little sketchy. So what he's doing, he's a volunteer coach at Loyola Academy High School in the Chicago suburbs. He has a son on the team who's a freshman and a son who's a junior. So he has two sons on the team.
Okay.
It is, again, it's a parent volunteer. Okay. But yeah, I mean, he's going to be helping as a parent volunteer. It is interesting that they're allowing him to do it. And he did have to go through, in that sort of situation, you're vetted. There's a background check. You sign a code of conduct. There's training involved, multiple training sessions involved that he had to go through. Jake, you know how I've been on the show over the years about you're innocent till proven guilty. And now he's not charged in the court of law, but I don't want to just summarily suggest that he's guilty of all these allegations. It's probably gray, but I don't know. I'd be interested to know how the Northwestern community as a whole feels about Fitz. I bet what you'd find is a variance of opinion. I bet that there's a lot of people who are very supportive of him and say, no, there's no way Fitz was doing that stuff. There are other people that would say, well, there's more than 10 lawsuits. Okay. And he's named as a defendant in several of them. So, and there's people willing to put their name out there that there was hazing of a sexualized nature going on in that program. So, but I think it would be a very interesting study just to spend a week in that area and just, not that I have this sort of time or even inclination, but it'd be interesting to get a feel for how that community, the Evanston community, the Northwestern community, how it feels about Fitz.
Good question. Yeah.
Would Fitz get backlash from people at Loyola, the high school? Or does he hear, does Fitz in his daily life hear things that people are saying?
You would think that he would not take up that position if he was hearing a bunch of negativity from that program, right? Where his kids are at. I wouldn't think he would put himself in that spot if he was hearing a lot of backlash from the parents or the coaches on that staff or the players.
Jake,
that's just me being.
I'd be a little surprised if he's not hearing stuff.
I'm sure he's hearing stuff.
It's appalling.
But would he go and volunteer for that team if he was hearing negativity from the parents and the coaches of that team?
I don't know. I think there's a part of me that says yes, he would. That even if if he's hearing even a significant amount, you got to live your life, right?
Yeah.
Hold your head high.
Yep.
You don't crawl under a rock. Not if
he's not hiding. How about that? He's not hiding.
No, and I admire that.
To a certain extent, I admire that too.
I mean, I'm not where I'm at is in the middle here. I'm still looking. I mean, you got to let this all play out. I'm not condemning him. I'm not, but I'm also not giving him a pass. Don't hear it that way. But I'd like to see how all this stuff plays out. I mean, I'm still going innocent until proven guilty instead of guilty until proven innocent. I don't know how it's going to shake out. It is in the court system now. There are lawsuits. We'll see where it goes. Jake, I think he does hear stuff.
I'm not denying that, but I'm saying from the actual team he's going to go help coach.
I wonder. Don't you think
around that
there would people that would cast a wary eye his way?
Yeah, absolutely. But he's the one that's volunteering to put himself back out in the public eye already.
Well, I admire that part of it.
Maybe he thinks he has nothing to hide.
Well, I mean, and then you get into there's levels of denial that we all do.
Hmm?
I don't know.
We have a phone call on the Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685. John, you're on early break. Go ahead, man.
Good morning, guys.
John.
Hey, you guys kind of started on the Fitz thing before I had a different comment, but I can just say I've had a chance to meet Fitz and be around him
quite
a bit, actually, and nothing surprises me in this world anymore. That whole thing just completely shocking to me because he's an incredible human being. So I'll just leave that at that.
Okay.
Go ahead, but
go ahead, John. Continue with your thoughts.
My other comment goes back to a conversation you guys were having a couple days ago, and Zip, I think you nailed the Husker season in a nutshell when you were talking about explosive plays and players.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta hope that our offensive line is good enough to run the ball and our explosive plays turn into plays from play action, because if it isn't and we have to go 3 yards in a cloud of dust all the way down the field every possession, we're in trouble. But
I think you're right.
I love listening to you guys on the show. You're great. Enjoy you a lot. So have a great day.
All right,
Thank you, John. Appreciate the phone
Thank
call.
you. Yeah, Fitz, a very perplexing situation at Northwestern. We don't have to revisit, but yeah, he's coaching as a volunteer at Loyola Academy in suburban Chicago just as a parent volunteer. And I bet it would be fascinating to take informal. I've been to Evanston, Jake. They have a downtown. If you just go down in that area, and do an unofficial poll, I don't know what the question would be exactly, but how you feel about Fitz. Just trying to gauge how you feel about Fitz.
Pretty broad, open-ended question.
What would you hear? I bet a variety of responses.
I'd bet so. Yeah. As it probably should be, a variety of responses.
Yeah, very unsettling time though, with all that's going in Evanston, with all that's going on.
Yes. So I saw this yesterday regarding Deion Sanders.
Yes.
Every day there's something about Prime out there, and this one was that. This is not about media for Prime or anything weird about. This is something actually that happened at practice. So Deion Sanders on Tuesday upbraided some of his players, but not for fighting, but for not fighting. A brief fracas followed Anthony Hankerson's touchdown run up the middle in a goal line drill when safety Jaden Milliner-Jones grabbed the running back by his jersey and tossed him to the ground well after he scored. This is, by the way, via ESPN. Massive offensive tackle Jared Christian Lichtenhahn, who packs 310 pounds into a 6'10" frame, Didn't appreciate the late aggression and let Milliner Jones know it. A lot of pushing and shoving and hollering ensued as several teammates joined in, although many seemed to be simply trying to keep the peace. It says also some assistants ran in the fray and separated the players in the middle of the fight. But Coach Prime stepped in, not to the fight, Sip. He saw guys walking off the field. He says, quote, I see two you guys walking off over there, and you've got a key teammate fighting. Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? He says, if one fights, we all fight. Deion says, we all fight if somebody's going to fight.
You can find video of this. In fact, I think in this article that you were reading from on ESPN, there's you can go to a link there and see what happened. It was interesting. It was, now, first of all, getting away from the fight just for a second. I mean, if you watch the video, you get kind of charged up for the season. I mean, they're going hard. Hankerson, it was a touchdown run up the middle, and you could hear somebody in the background say, we need this, Hank. We need this, Hank. Hankerson got in, and he, it wasn't the safeties grabbing him and tossing him to the ground was really not that bad. But then that big 69, that is a massive offensive tackle. He's number 69, hyphen name.
Jared Christian Lichtenhon.
Yeah, he jumped in quick and basically shoved that safety to the goalpost. And there's some guys that jumped in. There was a small fracas, but it was fascinating to see Prime gather those guys and get into them. I mean, he wasn't talking to them; he was yelling at them. He said, "I see some of you guys walking off. If he said if there's a key guy, Hankerson obviously is a key guy on the team. If there's a key guy that's in a fight, you got to. What are you doing?
Don't walk away.
It's
Go
interesting.
Join the fight.
Yeah, no, some people are gonna. I don't know. Are some people gonna? I don't know. Are some people gonna say, "Wait a second, you can't encourage these guys to fight"?
Deion Sanders did.
It's football.
He says, again, Deion Sanders says, if one fights, we all fight. You understand that? I don't want to see you all walking off when somebody's fighting ever again.
Is that okay with people? I'd
be curious. Bill's not here. I'd be curious what Bill would think about
right.
this. If you see a fight, especially as you're trying to build some camaraderie and fall camp and some toughness, do you embrace it or do you break it up? And you say everybody's in if there's fighting.
If one fights, we all fight. That's what he said, as you said. Now here, the athletic arena, it's different than normal society. Fights are okay in hockey.
Celebrate them.
They're encouraged.
We celebrate.
I don't know why I was watching. They replay. Have you noticed this time of year that everything's a replay? They're replaying a hockey game yesterday, Carolina and somebody else, and two guys fought.
Just wait for line.
Two guys really fought. I mean, they really got into it. And I was thinking about it, like, I mean, if that was happening on O Street, those guys would get arrested. But in hockey, it's right out there in front of everybody, and they're cheered. It was those guys were going in it. And here's Prime saying, "You go. If you see a guy that's in danger, you gotta help him." So
don't walk off.
Now, here's the thing there's a couple things with Sanders. He's flashy. We've said this before, but this is a great example of what we've said. He's flashy, but he's an old school football coach. Sanders is an old school football coach. That's what scares me about this whole game in Colorado on, what is it, September what?
9th.
They'll be a tough team. Tougher. Now, that won't be hard. It won't be hard to be tougher than 1-11, than a team that was 1-11, but they'll be a tough team. I don't know how good they'll be, but I bet they'll compete. It's a little scary. They got a good quarterback.
Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, he was legit. Now he was at Jackson State, and he completed 70% of his passes. Jake, 40 touchdowns, 6 picks.
It's a different level here.
He's going up a level.
Jackson State is not Nebraska.
No. I did talk to a Colorado writer recently, Brian Howell of the Boulder Daily Camera. And here's what he says about Shedeur Sanders. This is what Brian Howell of the Boulder Daily Camera says about Shedeur Sanders. I think he's really good. They had Steven Montez a few years ago when Colorado beat Nebraska in back-to-back years. That was 2018 and 2019. He was a pretty good quarterback, an NFL borderline type of guy. I would say Shedeur is at least as good as Montez. And he has the potential to be as good as Colorado's had in the last 20 to 25 years.
Well, we saw Montez up close and personal twice in 18 and 19.
Yes.
And he was good. He was not great. He was a good quarterback.
Yeah, he was
good.
He commanded the field well, I thought. And it had a good arm. Big kid. They also look good at wide receiver and edge rusher. That's where their strengths are. Wide receiver and edge rusher. They have two guys who transferred from South Florida who are the top two receivers at South Florida. That's the good news for Colorado. The bad news is South Florida was 1-11.
Same as them.
There's obviously a lot of
Travis Hunter, which has a lot of buzz.
A lot of intrigue with
buzz
him.
there.
5-star recruit. This is what Brian Howell says of Travis Hunter. By the way, he'll play both corner and receiver.
Two-way, just like Dion.
Brian Howell says this of Travis Hunter. From what I saw in the spring, he's probably the best pure receiver I've seen at Colorado since Paul Richardson. Do you remember Paul Richardson? You're an NFL guy. 2nd-round pick in 2014. I don't remember
that name, no.
Paul Richardson, 2nd-round pick in 2014. But, you know, this is a team. This has all been talked about a lot, but they have at least 50 guys that started practice August 1 or thereabouts that went through their initial practice at Colorado. 50 scholarship guys out of 85 that went through their initial practice. I just don't know how you do that. Like, how do you get them ready?
It's just tough
for the season.
It's tough for me to expect them to be a cohesive group by game 2. Now, I could be wrong. Now, by game 7 or 8, they might have it figured out. But that's why if you're in Nebraska, you're happy to get them game 2, and it's not middle of the season where they have more time figured out, more things figured out.
You know, I'm kind of a snowflake, right?
Yeah.
So there's things that I read that I'm always amazed by. I was amazed by this when Brian said it. Brian Howell of the Boulder Daily Camera. He said, snowflake. He said, I think the atmosphere is going to be absolutely insane at Folsom Field for Nebraska. I think Colorado will feed off that. I'll tell you, the spring game was crazy here, and it was a spring game. And this fan base, you have to understand, absolutely hates Nebraska. I was like, whoa, really? Still hate?
I would say this. I drove my car out there last time, and I had no damage to it. No slashed tires, no keys.
This isn't Libya. I mean, you shouldn't expect that your car's going to be damaged.
Well, everyone tells you if you go to Boulder, watch out. You're going to get some damage to your car. You're going to think it's going to be thrown at you. And I parked in a college neighborhood. No damage that I know of, at least. This year, I can't promise that.
I get it. I shouldn't be so surprised when I hear a media guy say that, because Alabama, Auburn hate each other. Texas, A&M hate each other. There's hate.
Corey says we still hate them.
Yeah,
on the text line.
Utah and Brigham Young hate each other. What do you got there?
Well, before we get to break, caller 5 right now at 402-464-5685 will get a 4-day pass. We got actually a 4-pack of 4-day passes to the Race Saver Nationals at Eagle Raceway Labor Day weekend.
Whoa.
4 races for free. A 4-pack of tickets, so 4 people, and you all get 4 free tickets.
There'll be thousands of people
to August 31st, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of September for free. Caller 5 right now wins those passes.
Look at the lines are jacked.
Bill's Thrills, a.k.a. Sips Tips, is next. An early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway's regular season is winding down, so get out there while you can to get your racing fix. This Saturday, August 19th, Pepsi, the Nebraska Lottery, and Empire Fence present the Back to School Bash, featuring the Twin River Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and the A1 Iron Stock cars. Plus, don't miss the School Bus Demolition Derby after the races. Let's go racing at Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. You can check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com. This Sunday night at 7 on the finish line on 93.7 The Ticket, we are going to be joined live by 16-year-old standout Jade Evadizian. She pilots the Mobile One sponsored number 71 in the Extreme Outlaw Midget Dirt Track Series. You could join in and be a part of the conversation as to how this young lady is putting her mark on dirt track racing, from throwing wild sliders at I-55 in Peebly to last corner passes for the win at Atomic Speedway, or driving under Team Ed for another win back in March. Don't miss a second of the conversation this Sunday night at 7, right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of their family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This Friday and Saturday, enjoy a 2-day sale on USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloins for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut, a 5-pound box of snow crab clusters for just $49.99, and when you buy 2 1.75 liters of Captain Morgan spiced rum, you can get it for just $19.99. Stop by for the 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Price Right Auto. And we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors. These street-legal cars come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing. Get it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with an estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauce. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery Venue today, located in our Venue home store at 70 and Pioneers down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 to the LIBA Business Hour. We discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and FM.com.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
The more of Early Break with Sip and Jay. Brought to you by Gaina Truck. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, we have the best listeners in the world because we get nice comments all the time. You know, John called in and complimented the show earlier. Appreciate John. During the break, we had a special guest that does not want their name mentioned. It's fine. Friend of the show that dropped off some more goodies for us. Ready for this, Sip?
We are
What
shouting.
I have here is a massive bag full of individual bags of popcorn from Simply Amazing Popcorn at 70th and A. This is apparently the official popcorn that the Huskers are eating at this point.
Is that right?
They love this popcorn so much.
Oh, there's also pretzels and bugles. Okay, you know what bugles are?
I do know bugles. Yeah,
It's
yes,
mixed
yeah.
in. Oh, this is
So this is called the Amaze and Munchies, like Nebraska.
Okay, yeah.
Amaze and Munchie, courtesy of Simply Amaze and Popcorn and Snacks at 70th and A in the Clock Tower area.
Oh, this is great.
And again, this is the Amaze and Munchies batch. Like I said, in this batch, there's pretzels, bugles. Looks like is that cheesy pop? Oh, it's cheddar cheese, salted white popcorn, bugles, pretzels, and barbecue corn chips seasoned with chili lime seasoning.
Oh, see, I like this kind of thing when I'm right. When I have a Diet Coke and this sitting by me, it goes a lot better. We'll just say KW brought it in.
KW,
Thank you.
yep,
Thank
KW.
you, K. Thank you, KW.
Yep.
God bless you. We get a lot of gifts, but don't. Hey, Jake. Yeah, there's a lot of people that bring in gifts. They bring us food. We don't ask.
We
They
are
just bring it.
spoiled. We are really
But
spoiled.
I just don't want you to ever forget. There are also a lot of people that think we're complete idiots.
That's true. Yeah,
All right.
it's not all
Don't
good.
forever forget that.
It's not all good.
Right.
But we like the ones that view us in a good light.
We do.
But the bad ones they do balance us out though.
Yeah.
Make us know that hey, we are just
Complete
bumbling
idiots.
bumbling idiots that happen
Not
to talk here for
right.
part of a living here.
Not really football experts.
So no football is
Present ourselves that way. Bill is. Bill's a football.
Bill is a football expert. We just nod and say, yeah, Bill.
Bill could go to Shoemakers and get his bright shirts too. They have those worker shirts, we'll call them, roadman shirts.
Bill,
where you're visible.
Bill told us on his drive yesterday. He wore the same shirt. He had a bright orange shirt on yesterday, and he was driving, and he stopped at the gas station on his way to where he was going. And he, we always talk about how he does his different band exercises during the breaks and before the show. He said he repped out about, I think, 347 reps at a gas station before he got back in the
He's
car.
been doing these crazy band exercises for some time. Now, this could be what we call sips tips today.
Sips tips. You want to do it right now?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right, let's play
I
the
got
intro.
3 different things.
Hang on. Let's play the intro for Bill's Thrills, a.k.a. Sips Tips on a Friday.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom.
Oh,
yeah. Mushrooms grow better with fun.
Others call him Coach. But everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I bet you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
When Bill is gone, Bill's Thrills become Sips Tips, sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors, called Dirk, Scott, and Ty for your financial needs at Mid-Plains Advisors. We got our Friday Sips Tips.
Some of this it'll be a rollover from Aging Gracefully, but Sips Tips, one comes to mind because of what you mentioned about if you're on the road driving, you can still, and this is Bill kind of cut out of the same cloth in a lot of ways, it seems. You can still do your workouts. I keep my push-up bars in my truck, and if I'm on a road trip, I'll pull them out and try to go to a spot where nobody's looking and rip out some push-ups. Don't do it as much as I used to because my shoulders are bad, and I keep, if you could go look at my truck right now and you would see as you call them, it's weights, curl bars. And that's all that is if I get caught on the road and, I want to pull off and do it. You can still work out on a road trip. There's no excuses for not. So Bill did. He took his bands with him and did it in a parking lot at a truck stop in Oklahoma City.
He's trying to do 3,000 to 4,000 reps a day.
Well, yeah. So part of this is I say go to a place where nobody can see it. That's just me. I'm that way. I'm self-conscious about a lot of things. You could do it in the open. Nobody cares. I mean, you think anybody, if they saw Bill doing his band workout, would think twice about it?
They should commend him, say, good for you, man. You're on a road trip, getting the workout in. Good for you.
Yeah, and so that would be a tip. Don't be so, you don't have to go somewhere where nobody sees you. Just do it in the lot. Nobody cares, right? I wouldn't care.
Never feel bad about fitness or where you're doing it at. Right?
Okay.
Never feel bad about that.
There are
It's
a couple.
good tip. It's a good tip.
Yeah, and I'm serious. I think a lot of people think I'm crazy about trying to find gifts at spots that are maybe a little unconventional, but you can go to Shoemakers and get a lot, or a truck stop, or just places that are a little off the beaten path that you don't really think about. You want a few others?
A few more items. We have a phone call we'll get to in a second, too.
Yeah, 1 second. Fig preserves. Have you ever thought about?
You already mentioned that one.
Cherry preserves. I mentioned that.
Both those. Yeah.
All right. Well, just think about what I'm telling
Truck
you.
stop gifts are the best.
No, they're not. They're not the best. I'm just saying it's an avenue.
They're different though. That's why they're the best. They're different. They're unique.
Yeah. No, you can do better, but it's an avenue, okay, that you can take if you're in. If you know how it is for certain people, it's just hard to buy for them. So you got to think outside the box.
Thank you. That's Sips Tips, a.k.a. Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors. Call them at 402-730-7387 for your financial future to plan that today and the now.
Get to Chris right now.
Okay, before we get to the game show, we have a phone call from Chris at the Baldwin shop who I guess wants to scold me real quick. Chris, good to have you on a Friday, an early break. Go ahead.
Good morning, Jake. Happy Friday to you guys.
It's great to hear your voice.
It is always great to hear your voice. Are you cranked
up?
up?
We're getting wound up, yes, for football, and the tickets have come in the mail this past week. But now, real quick, Jake, I know you guys are pressed for time.
We're all right.
I always, Jake and I usually agree on a lot of these theories we throw out. Like the last 2 years, like you said, you thought these first games 2 years ago against Illinois and last year against Northwestern were kind of possibly a tone setter for the season.
Absolutely.
And I agreed with you.
You're right.
And they were a tone setter for the season. They absolutely.
Yeah, I hate to.
But earlier, just a few minutes ago, you made the statement, Jackson State is no Nebraska. But you know what, Jake? We need to keep our tongues in check till we start proving this stuff on the field. We thought the same thing about Georgia Southern last year. And I just want to remind you real quick, these are teams, Oregon State, Texas San Antonio. Now swallow this. Coastal Carolina, South Alabama, James Madison, Liberty. They're all teams that are ahead of us in the AP poll.
That's
right
painful.
now.
That's really painful.
Say those again.
Say those again. It is painful, you guys.
Say those again. Say those again.
Okay, we have Oregon State, Tulane. Now, these are just some of the skim overs. Now, 30 years ago, I almost mentioned everybody that's listed here in the AP top 25 and the schools got votes. I'd almost list everybody but 4 or 5 schools like Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama. But these are Oregon State.
Okay.
The ones that really hurt.
Yeah, hurt.
Tulane.
Hurt.
Of course, Iowa hurts. Minnesota hurts. Illinois. Texas, San Antonio.
Ouch.
Coastal Carolina. South Alabama. James Madison.
Damn.
Liberty. Those are schools that right now are ahead of us in the AP poll.
And you know why that? What? Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so we've got a lot of work to do on the field this year and years to come. And we all know in 24 and beyond, that schedule and to get stuff done on the field is going to become a lot tougher. You know, when those 4 schools out west, who right now, all of them push us down the pecking order. You know, you got Washington at number 10, Southern Cal under Lincoln Riley. We knew this was going to happen at number 6. Oregon's at 15. UCLA, you know, they had a good season last year. So it's going to get tough for you guys. And you guys know where I stand on this. You know, I think 4 during down times and 9 during good times is going to be probably our win total in a 12-game regular season. But hey, I hope they prove me wrong on that upside anyway. But Steve, Jake, I'll be talking to you guys in the weeks to come.
I hope so.
Probably starting next week. We got to review this season and go over the season. And hey, you guys have a great weekend and stay cool. It's going to be hot this weekend.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris. Always great to hear from you.
Chris,
It's a Baldwin show.
That's a great take. I mean, when you talk about
South Alabama's ahead of the press.
James Madison, Tulane. Now, here's the issue with it before we get to the game show, Jake. It's what's troubling is the amount of resources that Nebraska pours into football, the amount of energy it pours into football compared to a place like Tulane or James Madison or Liberty or Coastal Carolina. They care about it. But no, do they pour? Is there 12 radio shows talking about Tulane football every day?
No.
Do they talk about it at all in New Orleans?
No, it's LSU. It's the Saints, and Tulane's an afterthought.
And there's no way Tulane has the sort of athletic budget that Nebraska has. They don't pour the sort of money that Nebraska pours into its football program. That's what's disappointing to me. It's not for lack of caring or lack of energy and lack of resources. That's the confounding thing about it. But
that's where we're
the
at.
good news is I think you have a coach who pours an incredible amount of energy into Matt Rule. And you know, it's a new start, and we'll see where it goes.
Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 402-464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topics, if you will like this one on a Film Friday, it's one of your favorite actors, maybe your favorite actor. Woody Harrelson trivia today. Think you know Woody Harrelson movies? Call us up, 402-464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just yell, "Shut up, Simple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sip. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Trivia. Why'd you give me an OGs when I said Woody Harrelson?
Because I mean, a lot of my finish for Woody Harrelson is just one. It's not even a movie; it's a series. True Detective 1. It's not like I've watched a lot of Woody Harrelson movies, but he was incredible in True Detective.
Okay,
and I just like.
We have Alex. Alex, how do you feel about Woody Harrelson movies today?
Good, not great.
Sounds like you. Sounds like you.
Yeah, good, not great.
You have no lifeline today. It's just you. There's no Bill, no Schaefer, nobody. So you're on your own, which is fine. It's your guy, Woody Harrelson. Alex, first question goes to you. Here we go. In what 2008 movie does Woody Harrelson star as basketball player Monix, who along with Will Ferrell and company compete on the Flint Tropics?
Semi-pro.
Pro.
I would have gotten
right. 1-0 lead for Alex. My pen's broken. Okay, 1-0 lead. Sip, first question to you. Here we go. In what 1996 movie does Woody Harrelson star as a former star bowler who hopes to ride a new prodigy to riches and success?
Don't do this to me. 1996. There's only one that comes. Kingpin.
Correct. Kingpin is right. 1-1 tie. Back to you, Alex, for the lead. Last question. In the 2009 movie Zombieland, Jesse Eisenberg stars as Columbus alongside Woody Harrelson. What is Harrelson's character name in that movie?
Really?
Tallahassee.
That is an incredible get. That is an incredible get.
Alex.
Alex deserves the win on that one.
No, easy.
Okay, we'll see how this goes for it. To force the tiebreaker. Last question. In what 1992 movie does Woody Harrelson star with Wesley Snipes as basketball hustlers who join forces to double their chances?
I was praying you'd do this when it's the most obvious one. White men can't jump.
Brilliant. Because Alex had the toughest question in Tallahassee and got it right, this will go to you, and Alex will go over under your number. So, simple question. How old is Woody Harrelson?
Okay, Woody Harrelson. It's got to be my age range. Probably a little older. 59.
Okay, Alex. Woody Harrelson, over under 59 years old.
I thought I got it on.
Over.
Woody Harrelson is 62 years old. 62. So, Sip, you got 2 questions right. You should feel good about that. Alex got the toughest question in Tallahassee. Got the tiebreaker right. So, congrats to you. We'll get your bagels. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road, Alex. Nice win.
Yeah, shut up, Sipple.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's all worth it for that, right? That was good. Boy, that got crazy at the end.
I like it.
We went 4 for 4 today. That's pretty happy about that.
There is I'll take this to a dark place real fast.
Okay.
There is a movie that he starred, Woody Harrelson starred, that transfixed me. It's called Rampart. It's dark. It's exceedingly dark, but he, I guess what it just tells you about his range as an actor. He's a disturbed cop in L.A. I mean, disturbed, but it's a fascinating movie. I've probably seen it 6 times. Rampart. I wouldn't recommend it necessarily to you. I wouldn't. It's tough to watch, but it's fascinating.
He plays a great role in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Does he?
As well, with Larry David.
Does he really?
There's so many great actors in that.
See, his range is incredible. And in True Detective, you see the range because it's pretty dark, but there's also a lot of kind of funny moments in it. Just cynical type humor, but funny. He's an incredible actor.
He's the man. The spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics through non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients in 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. How you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
This is Lynn's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM for 93.7 The Ticket.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8 Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store, now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's coming.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway's regular season is winding down, so get out there while you can to get your racing fix. This Saturday, August 19th, Pepsi, the Nebraska Lottery, and Empire Fence present the back-to-school bash featuring the Twin River Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Betsy Stocks, and the A1 Iron Stock Card. Plus, don't miss the school bus demolition derby after the races. Let's go racing at Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. You can check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out Open along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln 4-day sunny, windy and hot. See an afternoon high of around 91. Tonight, see mostly clear skies. A light low around 73. Tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine, but very hot weather expected tomorrow. Should bring lots of fluids. See a high around 103. Meteorologist Kyle Cook from 92.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
The more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and
It is time for the spillover with Raf and AD on a Friday, sponsored by South Point Medical and Aesthetics. Gentlemen, good to see you on a Friday.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Hey, we have gifts for you guys, courtesy of KW. Leave it
Yes.
at KW.
Hey, Doug.
So Simply Amazing Popcorn has dropped off the Amazing Munchies. This is the official popcorn that Nebraska's football team is eating.
It's more than
I
popcorn.
love it.
So this is full of cheddar cheese,
Bugles.
salted white popcorn, bugles, pretzels, and barbecue corn chips seasoned with chili lime seasoning. You can get your own at Simply Amazing at 70th and A in the Clock Tower. So there you go.
70th
Thank
and
you,
yeah.
AD.
70th and A.
It's good.
Over by
Simply
the
amazed.
Amigos, Lincoln Pies, Lincoln Pies over there, Lincoln East at 70th and A.
Mhm.
Bugles are the key.
Bugles are awesome.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a bugle?
I don't know.
You got to love
You
bugles,
have to
though,
love
man.
bugles. I mean, come on.
These are the type of popcorn you got to have some napkins with you. Because, I'm the type of guy who eats popcorn. I just wipe it on my shirt when I'm watching TV or something like that.
You look down and say, "Uh-oh."
I always go to the socks. I always go to the socks.
You wipe your
On your
fingers on your
socks.
socks?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll just
Look
go.
at the wraps, man. Yes.
I'll go down like the. I don't have socks on right now, but I'll go down.
The reach down.
Yeah, the reach down. Get them.
That's a long reach.
Socks-
White
I've
pop.
never
Pop.
heard
Socks
that.
don't show up. It doesn't show up on anything. You just throw them in the washer. Nobody would ever know that you wiped your hands on your socks.
That's a long reach, though.
barbecue,
Cheesy socks, cheesy popcorn.
barbecue, whatever.
I'm out on that, Sip. I'm not. I can't go with you there.
Why's that? Why though?
You're like going like this, and you're wiping off like.
Nobody
So
notices.
you take off your shoe and you're
no,
inside. And you just
no,
like,
just
nah.
go up your pant leg. Just go up your pant
It's getting
leg.
weirder by the second.
It's not weird. It's better to wipe it on your shirt.
Does anybody in the text line besides Sip in the studio wipe off their hands from popcorn or Cheez-It residue?
Whatever it is. Yeah,
on
whatever.
their sock.
On their sock.
Anybody? 464-5685. I'm going to say 1% of people do that.
Well,
So you're not complaining, but you pretty much are.
Yeah,
They always say Sip's one of a kind.
He is
Yeah,
one of a kind.
yeah.
He is
I've
one of a
done that
kind.
for a long time. I thought it was
right on your sock.
better than on your shirt, like on your jeans. I don't want it on
See,
my
I do it on my. When I'm eating something like this, I'm usually at home, so I don't really care if it's on my shirt at home. So I just
Right.
shirt. Use up.
See, I don't
sometimes
do
I'm a
that.
napkin, but I wipe it right on my shirt, man.
You're killing the rest.
Keep my shirts clean.
80's the one that falls asleep and then wakes up the next day and it's got it on his shirt.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of snacks on my shirt.
I can't. I'm
Okay,
not
all right.
surprised by that.
We have some response.
I'm
about
surprised
sock
that
wiping.
AD's like that. You're striking me as very clean.
Yeah, but when it's at home in my chair, it's just me. I
Hell.
don't care. I'm just like, man, I'm just wiping it on there.
And he's got Louis.
Yeah, and Louis comes, the Frenchie, he comes there, takes care of the residue on the floor. So
Dogs are good down.
Sanderson says he's a sock wiper.
See that?
That's all you have. Then it says very weird Sip from.
No, it's
Boulder.
not weird.
Someone says in all caps, Sip is a genius on this one.
Yeah.
Genius.
Go down to the sock.
because of your excuse for your reasoning.
Go
behind
down to the sock. It's perfect.
Someone says for sure, Sip, why mess up the shirt? Wipe the
Right.
socks. I've never heard this before
Yeah.
in my life.
You can do it in a
before this moment.
restaurant. I've done it. I do
You
it in
cannot
restaurants.
do it in a restaurant. Please don't do that in a restaurant.
Absolutely, you can do it. Nobody notices.
I think no one just hey, that guy's wiping his sock off. That's what napkins are for. They give you a lot of napkins at restaurants. They give you lots of them.
They do.
You go to a sit down place, you get the nice big, the
Yeah.
big napkin. It's actually real, not just a. You don't.
I don't know.
Throw it
Now
away.
hold on. When you go to a place like the Venue and they roll out that real nice napkin,
Yes.
that's not for wiping your nose.
Yes, it is. It's for everything.
I don't think
It's just
so.
for looks. It's
I
display.
always am very cautious.
I'm not telling you to go blow your nose in it, but you need to. You wipe your hands. With it.
No, I don't. I disagree.
Yep.
You would
Yeah,
rather wipe
I
his
kinda-
sock.
Because then they would just put them all in the bag and then
yeah, I kind of trash the
Do you?
the restaurant napkins because
Yeah.
I mean, there's
The nice cloth
They're
ones.
supposed to be.
yeah,
trash.
because they
It's a
go to
napkin.
the company machine washes them and then brings them back and that's
Yeah, we got a guy that does that pretty well here in town.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
they do. I mean, they scour those things.
Yeah, I always feel a little guilty about messing those things up.
Oh my God.
You can see Sip right now. Anybody got a sock?
I don't want to spoil this.
Sure, we have.
I don't want to spoil this
We have
napkin.
2 napkins right by you.
I don't want to mess them up.
Somebody give me a sock here. Come on, take off your socks.
this is for display only.
A display napkin? Are you kidding me?
You know what I'm talking about? The cloth.
I know
Oh, yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
I'm not
The
talking
pets,
about. I'm not talking about the.
you
one-
don't wipe your hands on that?
I mean, I don't want to mess them up too much.
Not when you got a pair of socks.
White socks,
Okay.
dark socks.
Okay, speaking of socks, let me ask you this:
Mhm.
Are you the type of guys? Anybody here, when they get holes in them, do you discard them right away?
Yes,
I should. I've started doing that,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
have not for a long time.
I do.
So
Right
so
to, right to the toe, it's the worst.
you get rid of your Sip.
Yeah,
you,
I get
you
rid of
keep.
I'm
yours
starting
sometimes.
to get rid of
Starting
them.
to,
Yeah.
Raph.
I've changed through the years. Back in the day, I'd wear a whole pair of socks forever and a day. But now once they get a hole, it's like, oh, you're gone.
Why did you change?
I don't know why. I guess I just.
Is it financial security?
Maybe I just wanted to feel the high life. So no more
don't-
holes.
Yeah, I just don't like the look of it.
There's no way. Once it gets a hole, it's done.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm out.
wrap.
As you would
I can't do it.
expect, we have a lot of response coming in about the socks. Not this one, but the wiping on the socks. Someone says this. This is from Ralph. Says, "What the hell, Sip? Taking my second grader to school, and now they're crying and second guessing life." Hashtag sock wiper. You made a second grader cry.
Don't cry over
and second guessing their life.
A lot of things in life that are going to happen will make you cry.
Hashtag Sockgate.
Someone else says Sip is playing 4D chess while we're all playing checkers. I don't
Hey,
know
Jake,
about
it's
that.
not hard to go. I mean, you make it sound like it's a hard, like it's a difficult.
I think it's really weird.
I think of it from a sanitary standpoint. Like I'm wiping my hands and my socks and go eat again. Using
No, it's just it's the sock. It's the upper part of the sock.
Do you wear
I'm
long?
not-
You
I'm
wear
not
tube
saying
socks?
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it because I think it's a good idea.
Raph
Especially
is disgusted over here.
No, I've never
Okay,
thought of
yeah,
this before.
think about Raph. Think about what I'm doing right now. You don't even notice.
Yeah, just
I think it's genius.
Yeah, you don't even notice. I could be doing it right
What
now.
about, what about does it depend on the food?
Very
Let's say
eloquent.
If you're eating ribs that were kind of,
I'll do ribs. I'll wipe it on ribs.
So you had some sauce.
A lot of it, what I've noticed is Cheetos, that type of stuff, like this, like the, like you
That was the first thing
suggested.
I saw when I saw it. I was thinking, how am I going to wipe my hands?
Like you go this sock.
Rico has a thought over here, real quick.
But what about
Rico?
when you wear
There's no
shoulder
way you're serious. Like you're trolling us, right?
No.
Like there's no way that
No,
you
I've done it-
actually wipe your hands
I've
on your
done it
socks.
since I can ever remember.
Yeah.
I find it so hard to believe.
I've
Why?
never thought about it.
Look at Mark, the whole studio right now.
Wiping your hands on your socks.
Think about it. You don't even
You
notice.
have a shirt. You have pants. You could just wipe your hands together.
He
You
has a
have
napkin.
napkins. There's so many other options to go to before. I've
It's
never
not my
even
first
thought.
option. It's not my first
I've
option.
never even thought to like, oh man, my hands have grease on them. Let me just lift my foot up and wipe my sock.
Sock inside of pants. I've done it.
Do you ever eat wings or barbecue?
Yep.
Same thing with that?
Yeah.
You put the barbecue sauce on it?
Your first issue is that you're wearing socks that are long enough to be hidden by your
It's
pants
tube
leg.
socks. You got tube socks on.
That's
Okay,
your
that's
first
shirt socks.
issue. Second
Shirt
issue
socks.
is
You're wearing
that
shirt socks, nice black socks.
Yeah.
Brown and black.
there's no way that you can wipe it and then be like, yeah, you know what? That made me feel good.
Yeah, you can. No, you can.
This is disturbing. It's just
It's
disturbing.
not
You
disturbing.
just use like a paper towel or a wet paper
Well,
towel.
if that's not available, though, what do you do?
Okay,
I don't eat
hang on,
unless there is
hang on.
one
This is
available.
very important. Tommy says this on the text line. 14 years ago, I waited on Sipple in Grand Island. I can confirm he's a sock wiper. Kind of awkward when I was standing there offering him a napkin. Crying.
Sip, do you do it? So is it only when you're sitting at a restaurant, or like if you're just eating snacks
could
and
be
you're
at
standing
home.
there?
It could be anywhere.
Do you just lift your leg? Yeah, do you lift your leg up and wipe your?
It could be home. I mean,
The
no,
question is,
Because I think that's okay. So it's weird.
have
either
you
way.
ever sock wiped here?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Good question,
So
Ralph.
it's weird either way, but it's weirder when you're at a restaurant and like
Nobody
you're eating
notices.
and you just like, oh, let me just reach down under the
Nobody
table.
notices.
I just think it's a completely
Nobody's
bizarre
ever
thing in
noticed.
general.
You know, the more I think about it, I think it's genius. Because
Nobody ever
not.
noticed. Nobody's ever noticed.
Now I will agree that I never feel comfortable blowing my nose in those fancy napkins.
Thank you.
But I'll
You don't
wipe my
blow your
hands.
nose.
Thank you.
Everything else is game.
I will. Yeah. I won't blow my nose.
I don't like
I will
wiping my face.
blow my
with-
nose like
Oh,
knuckle off
100%
the kiss of
every
that
time.
sucker.
I don't like to wipe my face with those fancy cloth napkins.
That's what they're supposed to be.
they
They're
are-
made for that.
I will get those fancy cloth napkins filthy. I don't
Yes,
care.
that's what they're supposed to be.
Because they just go in the little bag and then they come pick them up, wash them, and bring them
Thing
back.
is, if it's a white napkin, you trashed it. Let's say you're eating wings, right? You trashed it. It's got barbecue sauce all over it. The next time you go in there, it's perfectly white. So either one of two things are happening. They're cleaning those things as best they can to keep them white. So when the next person trashes it, you have no clue after they wash it, or they're just buying new ones.
I mean,
Smart.
I will
Thank you,
use it
Jess.
for certain things, but if I'm really bad, if it's like if it's a barbecue situation or wings, I'm not trashing that.
Sock it is.
We'll end on this. We'll end on this because I think this is a great capper to this segment, this topic. Someone says, I have a mental image of Trixie doing Sipple's laundry and pulling socks out. They look like they've been through a paintball war.
Nobody notices. Don't
All right.
overthink that.
The secret life of Sip.
Don't overthink it.
You have expanded people's minds to places they never thought they'd go today. So thank you for that.
That's okay.
That's it for us. The Drive with AD and Raf is next for Steve Sipple. I am Jake Sorensen. See ya.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is you feel the same way every day, and it's not good. You may think there's a magic pill that can